So we are still in Issyk Kul, but we've moved on and now we're just gate crashing a resort because we're staying up the road in the budget accommodation that we managed to find. But we're crashing this resort. We're not supposed to be here, but we want to see the really exciting stuff. You just have to pretend you belong sometimes. And besides, it might inspire people to stay here, so they should be happy that we're here. So we were staying in a different part of Issyk Kul before. What was the name of that place?
The village name was Bosteri, but we stayed in Kyrgyzskoye Vzmorye.
Right, now that's...
Kyrgyz Sea, I would say.
Okay, so that might explain why I have a bit of difficulty remembering and saying these places. But we've moved on from there. We've moved to a new place, and this part is called
Cholpan Ata city, and this place called Altin Balalik, which is in translation from Kyrgyz language, I'm assuming would be a golden fish.
So here we are at the Goldfish Resort. We might just see if they've got any carp. Alright, so we have a couple of utes in the grounds. We've left it late in the afternoon, so the hot sun has passed. We've got some burnt tootsies at the moment. We're trying to keep them from being burnt further. And here we are, darling. This is the beach. So here we are at the beach. We're at the beach. So we go down and have a look. So we're just going to set ourselves up here near the pier. Very shallow, lapping water. Watch the cruiser boat go out. Just relax for a while, keeping our fingers crossed that no one thinks we're intruders and kicks us out. And here we are. We're going for a swim at the lovely public beach. It's going to be a quick swim because we've booked ourselves on one of those lovely boats. And we're going to go for a cruise out on the lake. But we've got an hour to kill, so we've come here to take in the water, enjoy the sand, and now the sun. Unfortunately, there was no sun this morning. We had thunderstorms, rain that came through all night last night, and all morning this morning. So it's our first chance to get out today. So we're just going to make the most of it. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I used to have a boat, and that's actually pretty much the same as the boat that I had. Bit of a story as to why I don't have a boat anymore, but one that I shan't share. here we are aboard the Almeria. What's the name of it, darling? Almeria. And the old captain looks like the professor out of Mad Max. But we're up the bow, which is the good bit. The back is full. You want to be a Titanic?
No, I don't want to be a Titanic, but we can do the Titanic.
We can, because there's the bow right there, and it's for us. So originally they shoved us on that boat over there, and I go, no, I didn't want that boat. I want the smaller boat, and we got the smaller boat. It's cheaper on this boat than it is on that big boat, which is overcrowded and has really loud, irritating music. So we just put our bag down and stood up to film the name of it. An old mate there just went and basically sat on our bag. So he just like, oh, it doesn't matter that we've claimed that seat and we've been sitting on it. He's decided he wants it, so he took it. Anyway. That's the siren. Right in front of us is the beach that we were just sitting at and went for a swim in. Water's a little bit cold, but I can't say that to Elena because she gets all...
It was not cold, it's lovely. The water is beautiful and warm.
That's what happened when you tell Elena it's cold.
It's not cold at all.
That's where we're headed. Out of the lake. You can see the storms are forming again. I won't mention that it's going to rain, because if I say it's going to rain, well, Elena does this. Darling, I think it's going to rain.
Maybe not.
Yeah, okay. That's not her normal response at all. Normally get a lecture on how clouds form here, but the water doesn't come out. Oh, it's down to so what now. Anyway, that's the resort that we gate crashed yesterday. That's the wharf we're looking at. So we're going to head out. Name of that resort, darling?
Atin Balalik.
Atin Balalik. Yeah, Atin Balalik. That's it. Very nice out on the lake. Calm waters. The only waves there are the wake from the passing bay liners. I used to have a bay liner, did I mention that? And out in the distance, and unfortunately with the storm forming, even without the storm forming, you wouldn't be able to see it on this camera, and it's so irritating because the mountains are amazing. Like there's just this wall of mountains with snow on them, and here we are in the heat of, or the hottest part of their summer. It's probably about spring Gold Coast weather. But up here we're at altitude, so not only are there mountains there, but we're up in the mountains as well on this lake. And that boat there, zooming past us, is a Bayliner 2452. Now there's a reason I know that that's a Bayliner 2452, because I used to have one. I had to give it away though. Okay, so the locals are dancing. They sell beer inside, and this is the effect it has. We might go and have ourselves a little beer or two. That fella there's just signalled to the captain that he wants 8. He wants 8 of them. So he wants 8 beers, and he was telling the dancing ladies that the show shouldn't have started yet, but I think he's allowing them to continue on with the show. So our boat cruise consists of coming out of the middle of the lake where we stop, and people are encouraged to go for a swim. Now I would have no issue swimming here because there are no sharks in this lake, but the only issue I would have is that it's pretty darn cold. And they make you wear a life jacket. Up there, that's people swimming in the middle of Issyk Kul Lake. So we're at it again. Today we've found our way to the Aurora Sanitarium. Now, again, I think we're gate crashing into a private place to use their facilities, but Elena assures me it's quite okay. The reason I'm interested in this is as a true Soviet style sanitarium, or resort as we like to call them, and we're sort of pretty sure that past Soviet presidents may have visited here over the years. Okay, so I know a little of the Cyrillic alphabet, and I'm looking and it doesn't spell Aurora, but you can explain to me why, because in Russian it's actually said
Aurora.
Aurora, which is Russian apparently for Aurora.
Northern Star?
No, well, no, that means lights.
Lights, okay.
And there's the entrance. And with the obligatory police. Newt Mut. Is that what that says? Newt Mut? And looks like we've been welcomed with the green carpet. Coming here. Feels like we're walking into the Gymea tradies. Can't see any poker machines. Oh, well, we've got some machines. I don't know if they're poker machines though. Vacuum cleaner, trip over, shop, a magazine or shop. Oh, a cafe. Oh, this is posh. This is the entertainment they have. It looks like Cheech and Chong has finally become popular in Kyrgyzstan. Can't be certain, but I think that's the menu for the dining room. Won't be going in there though. And straight away as you come out, we've got a ute. I'll have a look at the ute. Got a nice big stuffed eagle in there to greet you, and you've got some traditional clothes and the like in there. Hello. I don't speak Russian, I'm afraid. Sorry? Oh, okay. Alright then. Okay, in Russian you can't walk in there with shoes on, so I'm not that keen, so I shan't walk in there. Pretty impressive building. It's got a lovely walk. All the beautiful trees. Walk, I think it goes all the way down to the beach. So in Soviet times, do you think people we would have heard of might have come here?
They definitely would have.
Because this is the famous place, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And what sort of
Used to be
people?
the best.
What sort of people do you think would have stayed here and relaxed at the Aurora?
Mainly the government bodies from the whole post-Soviet Union, including Russian government as well. So and all the relatives that are connected to the government.
Do you think famous people?
Probably famous too. I think Yuri Gagarin came here once.
We've heard of you, haven't we?
I've heard about that.
Because he was the first man.
Mm-hmm.
No, hang on, I got that wrong. The first man was Adam. He was but Yuri was the first man out of the world.
That's right. That is right.
Alright. Do you think Brezhnev might have been here?
I would assume so, yeah, because they used to come to Kyrgyzstan at the time.
Do you think
Khrushchev,
Khrushchev?
he probably did too.
He might have walked around here while he was thinking, I should send missiles to Cuba. Do you think he might have been thinking
How
that?
would you think about sending missiles anywhere when you were in Issyk Kul?
What?
You'd be a very mean person to do that, would you?
Well, I just thought that when he was thinking of sending missiles to Cuba, this might be where he was thinking.
I don't think so. Okay, let's go over there.
You want to go down the path? Okay. So, who else were the other ones that you think would have been here?
I would assume the other government bodies, such as Andropov, Chernenko, Ustinov, and probably Gorbachev. Definitely Gorbachev.
Gorbachev,
Because
for sure.
he used to come to this country, or at least a couple of times. And probably Yeltsin. Definitely Yeltsin.
Oh, Yeltsin.
Yes.
So there's a bar here then?
Oh, yes, there is a bar, there is a restaurant.
Oh,
and
okay.
a canteen. That's probably for that very reason.
For Yeltsin, he would have got that installed for sure.
Ooh.
So Elaine just told me a wonderful story about Boris Yeltsin, but she won't say it on camera. So, as it's her story, I'll have to keep that one for later, or until she decides it's time to tell it. But I could remind her of the time that Boris Yeltsin went to Washington and had a few drinks, and they found him at 3 o'clock in the morning in the park, completely naked, trying to catch a cab because he wanted to buy pizza. But on another note, I did not expect to find my ex-wife here in Aurora Sanitarium, all the way in Issyk Kul, Kyrgyzstan, but here she is. I don't know why she's here, but she's doing what she usually does, standing tall, menacing people. And I think we've stumbled across the Boris Yeltsin Memorial Bar. They've dropped the alcohol down though, and as a result, it's completely empty. And here we are, beach entrance at Aurora.
Let's go to the pier.
Let's go to the pier. Well, is that a long distance away? Because we're so close to the water, we could almost be in there. But as we're here, oh, there's a bar right down there, just on the beach itself. That's all right. Help us grow, like, share and subscribe. Okay, so Elaine has spotted something in the distance. Just when we were about to sit down and relax, she's come up with another idea. We can walk further now, so we're walking to the pier. The pier. We found the pier. It's a little bit rickety, but I think, I was just about to say it's in better repair than the other piers that we've been on, but as I walk on it and I feel how spongy it is, no, I can't say that. But we'll get to the end and see what kind of view we've got. So they've repaired the deck by doing a sort of job that I would do. All the wood is all rotten, and they've put just laid on top of it just extra new wood, which is no longer new, but because it's got rot underneath, that rot is just going through the second layer. And this is where you jump in to have fun in the sun when you're in Aurora Issyk Kul. Climb up the ladder and you jump in the water. Another pier in the distance. And that's the fun that the whole family can play. You need when you've got a beach chock-a-block full of young swimmers. Well, it's always the best thing is to have a jet ski going along at 30-40 knots towards them. Beautiful day, beautiful weather. Lovely sand beach, mountains in the background, clouds forming, photographer's dream. Water is beautiful. Just technically it's salt water, but it doesn't taste salty because the water comes down off the mountains. It's more like a slight muddy taste, but I guess there's salt in it. But yeah, you couldn't describe it as fresh water, that's for sure. But it's clean. It's very clean. I'm looking down here. You can't see it on the video, but I'm looking down, and I can see the bottom. And I'm estimating it's about, I don't know, 2.5 meters deep here. But you can see straight down the bottom. So it's just, yeah, it's pristine. It's really lovely. Yeah, this is more my style. A little bit of relaxing on the sand. Yeah, so that's another day of enjoying the facilities at a resort that we're not staying at. But I mean, really, it's a public beach anyway, so it's not really doing anything. And I mean, you should be able to sit on the sand, shouldn't you? And the water is the water. But yeah, another wonderful day, beautiful day in Issyk Kul.